Clayton Kershaw, Clayton Kershaw, Clayton Kershaw, Clayton Kershaw, Clayton Kershaw. What is up? What is up? Welcome to another episode of Nothing But Rip. Oh man. Uh well, I guess we're just gonna keep this thing rolling. Um Today I just got a kind of like a little special episode. Um Little farewell to the man, you know, probably probably the best Dodgers pitcher that, might have ever played, you know. Clayton Kershaw. He as most of you guys might know, he, announced his retirement. It was actually the day I recorded the first episode. But yeah, he that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Hell of a career. I think I think he might go down as, you know, if not the best pitcher in baseball, for sure the best pitcher in the Dodgers organization. Um, but before I get into all of that, uh, first and foremost, I just want to, say thank you to those who showed me some love after the first episode. It really means a lot. Thank you for, the follows, the likes, um, the comments. I really appreciate it. Like I expressed, for those of you that watched on, YouTube, this is something that is just completely out of my realm, out of my comfort zone. So, I'm just going with the flow and just gonna keep it going and see where it goes. But, thank you to all of you guys that, showed me some love. It was really cool to see. So, I'm looking forward to, doing this more and, you know, just keeping it rolling. So, huge shout out to you guys. Huge shout out to, all of you. But yeah, I mean, it was cool to see, you know, his last run, end off in a end off good. I'm glad they got the win for him. Hopefully this, gives us some momentum into the postseason. We were able to clinch a playoff berth, so we'll see how that plays out. Um, right now we're currently losing 4-2, but yeah, hell of a career for the big Deuce. Um, I remember I think the first game I went to with my wife, um, Kershaw was pitching, and it's pretty cool because he was at the top of his game at that time. This was back in I think 2000, might have been like 2012, 2013. Uh, but yeah, I mean, he's he's brought a lot of good memories for the team. You know, since 2008, he stuck it out. He stuck it out, and he rolled with the punches. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of just close close ones in the playoffs. Obviously we had that whole crazy incident with the Astros, and I think if all that wouldn't have happened, I think we might have took that one the whole way. But yeah, I think you know I mean obviously he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. So yeah, I mean I think I guess, it was the right time. It was the right time for him. Um, and I think this is going to give us some good momentum going into the postseason and giving us that good, you know, just feeling of like, trying to do it for him and trying to go back to back, you know. That'll be that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Right now we're kind of, limping into the playoffs. You know, it hasn't been the best past couple of months, but hopefully, you know, our our pitching, kind of gets it together, and our bats can wake up. We'll see who we got in the first round, most likely in the wild card. So um, yeah, it should be exciting. It should be exciting. We'll see. Hopefully he'll make the postseason roster. Um, I doubt they'll put him out there. I don't know, maybe as a reliever, or just to fill in, a couple of innings, but we'll see. We'll see. I think he should be on the roster. I mean, just to, you know, ride it out the rest of the way, and hopefully into the series, you know. Um, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. So, Dodger Nation, exciting exciting times, but also, a little bittersweet. Kershaw's been a big piece of this organization for a long time, and um, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I think we all saw this coming. So I just thought I, just share my thoughts. Give my, I don't know, just my love. My love, and you know, just show him that, that respect, because you know, I thought this would be a pretty cool way to, keep this thing going. And um, like I said, I think he announced that night after I recorded on Thursday that first episode. So yeah, I thought it would be pretty cool to kind of, come on here and, give my give my thoughts. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I hope uh I hope we just go in there. We go into the postseason with some good momentum, and just rock it out. I know there's anything can happen in the postseason. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it rolling. Um, I'm excited. I'm excited to, keep doing this and see where it goes. It is still a little awkward. I probably still sound a little awkward, but this is just the beginning. I'm, still getting, used to all this. So, bear with me. You know, um, I'll try to I'll try to tighten it up the rest of the way. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Definitely excited. Um, I think I'm gonna try to drop at least 2 or 3 episodes a week. You know, and just I'll keep you guys posted on, Instagram. But I would love for, you guys could share, like, follow, subscribe to my YouTube page. Um, and yeah, all the support will be, very much appreciated. I guess this is how that's only how it'll grow. So, but I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it regardless. And like I said, whether it's just five of you or 15, 20, 100, whatever, this is just something, to, give me a little bit more confidence in, you know, just putting myself out there. And, I think this is just something that, um, I think this is just something that our society is just kind of evolving into, this whole, online, uh, I mean, obviously podcasts have been around for a while, but I mean, this is just what our culture has, become. So, why not just grow with it and then just, evolve with it. So, uh, yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to let me know. Feel free to drop any topics in there. You know, you could DM me, on my Instagram page. You know, however you wanna, whatever you want to recommend or anything like that. Like I said, it's pretty much gonna be sports for the most part, and but I mean, at the end of the day, it could be anything. It could be anything I have going on in, my daily life. Um, Anything. I'll have some guests on here, and we'll talk about whatever we talk about. But yeah. So just keep, you know, we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. I don't know. I don't know why I get so caught up in my words or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. Huge shout out to Kersh. Huge shout out to the Dodgers. Huge shout out to you guys. Huge shout out to Dodger Nation. Uh, you know, let's get it, man. Hopefully these Dodgers can make it happen. Make it happen for Kersh. That'll be cool. Just have him ride out into the sunset like that. I mean, either way, he's had a phenomenal career. I think last night he had like, what, like five or six strikeouts. Um, so he ended off, he wrapped it up in high fashion. You know. Um, so yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. Obviously he got the pitching record. You know, and he was that dude, man. He was that dude. He was that dude. Just I don't know, man. I know we've had a lot of great pitchers in the organization. Um, Already getting caught mouth again. But I think this dude is the one. He was the one. You know, one of the first one of the first pitchers I remember, growing up was Hideo Nomo. For those of you uh, that are old enough to remember that dude, Hideo Nomo. I think he was another lefty. Um, yeah, he had uh, he had six strikeouts last night. six strikeouts, two earned runs. Pitched uh, four innings. So I mean, that's a good way to go out. We got the win, clinch the pay, clinch the playoff berth. So yeah, I mean, it was a cool way to send them off. And I think it's gonna give us that. It's probably gonna give us what we needed. You know, it's probably gonna give us what we needed for sure. Yeah. So yeah, man, over 3,000 strikeouts. 3,000 strikeouts. I don't think anybody's gonna break that record. To be honest, that's a crazy, crazy record right there. 222 wins. 222 wins, 2.54 ERA average throughout his career. Yeah, man, he was the man. He was the man. So hopefully, he has a good post career. I mean, I'm sure he'll still be doing a lot of things with the Dodgers, but um, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I know I keep saying this, but we'll see. We'll see how the postseason turns out. I think we got like 9 more games, something like that. So hopefully we go in with some good momentum and you know tear it up. But yeah, guys. I mean, then we'll just keep it short and sweet. Um, and yeah, uh, be on the lookout for the next one. I think I'll do a probably recap of week 3 in football. See how my picks turn out, and we'll go from there. We'll go from there. So, uh, thanks again. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. We'll see you. We'll see you on the next one. Um, there's nothing but Rip. See you guys later. Peace.